Most of these leaders who are there, they are embezzling a lot of money that are supposed to meant to this most of these things or most of these projects. The government or most of our leaders or our ministers or our directors, they are embezzling this money. That we have individuals that have a lot of billions that have been embezzled, but Cameroonians are crying. There are so a lot of things that need to be done, but they have not been done. Sometimes even these people, as he is complaining, people who are working within some company and they are not paying them, when you can't complain go to complain, the government will not be able to react, because first of all you realize that maybe sometimes the government too is owing that company. So the government, maybe they will say that they are delaying in payment because the government is owing them money and supposed to give them money to pay these people. At least the government is supposed to make sure that they respect and they follow up most of these companies to ensure that they pay their workers on time, and including the government, those that are serving within the government too.
So we're talking about Eneo before this caller came in. That Eneo is asking 156 billion from government after rendering Cameroonians with poor quality services, as they are saying. I'm not the one saying it. I'm reading from what the newspaper is saying. Yes, for 10 years of poor and low quality services, they are asking us Cameroonians to pay to remove their tax, to pay their taxes, to use their tax payers' money to the tune of 156 billion for the takeover.
No, I don't think the problem should be whether they're asking the Cameroon government to remove this money or not. Because what is there is that, no, I know what I understand is that when you are getting into an engagement to do any partnership with
contract termination,
contract termination, though there are procedures to do everything. Maybe the government might have not have followed
the contract forever. I've not read. Was it forever?
No, I don't have any idea about it, but I know very well that they cannot be saying like this for nothing. They cannot be saying something like this for nothing, because normally it means that maybe the government have not respected the engagement with this company. Because I think that.
What about the money they have been sucking from Cameroonians?
No, but we are complaining about this in New. To me, I think that the issue of electricity in Cameroon is a little bit stable compared to other neighboring countries. Let me just say neighboring countries. Because I don't have to compare each time I hear people saying that in America, in Britain, in whatsoever. We talk about neighboring countries here in Cameroon, just neighboring countries surrounding Cameroon. We realize that most of them, the electricity situation in Cameroon is much more better. It's true that we need the best. We keep advocating for the best, but it's much more better than other countries. So we don't know. They are complaining now. We only compare two things. If the Eneo goes now and allow the company to be run by the
no, but we're running the company before. Cameroonians were running the company.
Yeah, the
Senate president, when he was the director of Sonel, he was this.
I
only read at that time. I was still very things were good, were better in Cameroon. We are told he was one of the best general managers that has ever existed at the level of AES Sonel at that time. So why do you think Cameroonians cannot manage?
No, we just said here that Cameroon, there's no money in Cameroon. So that's the first problem with them. Because you know that before that time, I know that we're being told that the government decided to privatize this company because of the government was unable to run the company. So it means that if the government is saying that they want to run the company, it means that the economic crisis that we're crying now in Cameroon is fine. The world is fine now and have a lot of money that they can use to manage these things.
Is a problem the system or Cameroonians who have been appointed to manage these companies? Because if you look at what Cameroon Airlines used to be in those days, what we have today, Cameco,
it's completely different.
They are two different. It's as if you are comparing America and and Cameroon.
No,
those eras.
Because to me, I see it because first problem we know is very that is this issue of bad governance. That bad governance within them. Even the issue of corruption.
So are you saying that this money should be paid to Eneo? Is it what they are saying?
No, I'm only saying that they should make sure that the government sit down with them. They sit down and dialogue with them.
No, government says, I want my company back. I want to manage my company.
Want your company back, maybe fulfill the condition that as agreed. Because normally when you are signing or getting into an engagement with somebody, tell the person that maybe we'll say it is for 5 years, but the contract is for 5 years, but should in case we want to any party wish to terminate the contract before that 5 years or something like that. I'm not only saying I don't know how the contract look like. We have to respect this engagement. I just think that maybe the government may have not accepted, may have not respected these terms of contract as initially agreed with this company.
Okay. Alors, avant de terminer l'achat, selon le journal des promises, la menace de panne sèche revient dans les stations de distribution de super et de gasoil. Eh bien, ceci vient remettre au goût du jour l'incapacité du gouvernement à résoudre de manière efficace ce problème.
Like Cameroon, fuel shortage, our pumps going dry in the capital city, Yaoundé. What explains this?
You see that this is another thing that is coming again to increase the suffering of Cameroonians, because normally we know very well that when the fuel is expensive, at least everything will be expensive, because they are using fuel to put into vehicles or to put into machines that are producing certain things, or put into vehicle to transport goods from one place to the other. So definitely mean that it's going to increase the hardship of Cameroonians. It's going to increase whatever Cameroonians is already going to with the skyrocketing prices of goods and services in the country. So at least government should look into ways of seeing how they can maybe.
But Sonara is down. Sonara was partially burnt.
Yeah.
Some years back, and government still needs a lot of money, billions.
Yeah, of course, the government needs a lot of money to make sure that they see how they can rearrange
Sonara is one of the company that is
pumping the highest money to this.
Highly indebted state company.
So all this is because of the management issue I was talking about, and embezzlement. Because when they send people there as director, they spend all their time there embezzling the money there. So that's very funny thing that we see in Cameroon. And
so what should be done by government now to reverse the situation? You quite remember that fuel from Nigeria, we are having issues. It has been blocked when the subsidies was removed by the president, the new president of Nigeria. We had the effect in Cameroon here.
No, I think the government
now that we don't, the fuel from Nigeria poses a problem. The word is called illegal. What they say is what they say beside the road. Now with this crisis, this one we are having, it means that Cameroonians are finished.
Not an easy thing. Cameroonians are really finished, because at least the government, I think that everything solution to all of these things just lie within the hand of the government. At least the government to see how they can do things to ensure that everything goes effectively. And with due respect, permit me just conclude with this issue that happened with the pictures of president of the CRM political party, President Kappa, come to, because
you have 30 seconds.